So, we're talking about red flags that can lead to visa denial. Now, the first one is insufficient funds, particularly if you're going on vacation or even sometimes when you're applying for a study visa. Now, if you're going on vacation and then you do not have sufficient money to pay for your trip, it means that you cannot afford to go on that trip, and you shouldn't even be going on vacation in the first place. So whenever you're applying for a visa, it is important for you to show that not only do you have money to pay for that trip, but you have a sustainable income that continues to fund your lifestyle. Because let's look at it, vacation abroad is preserved for people who have saved sufficient money to go on that trip. Now, the reason why they want you to come with your own money is because they don't want you to come in and rely on their own funds. They don't want you to come in and burden their own system to cater, to you where you cannot pay for your trip. So they want to be convinced that you can afford to pay for your trip, and where you do not satisfy that requirement, your visa application will be denied. Another red flag is criminal history. If you have been convicted and let's say it was recent and then it was a serious offense, it would affect the outcome of your visa application for obvious reasons. Another thing is inconsistent information. Now, you'll find that even people who do have genuine intentions may fall a victim of this because they are not consistent in the information that they are providing. They start out completing their visa application from the state one thing, and maybe when they show up for an interview, they say something else. Or maybe they state a position, but whatever documents that they provide is a document that does not support that position that they state. A typical example would be, let's say you are employed, and then when you are asked to provide, proof of, let's say, your bank statement, you fail to provide a bank statement that actually shows where your monthly income is paid to. Now, the reason why you should be conscious to provide that particular bank statement, it would also show that, yes, supports the fact that you're self-employed, show that you have a sustainable income that comes from this job, and also to show that you can afford to pay for your trip. Yes, I know that most times you might say, okay, I do have a savings account, which is different from my salary account. What I would say is that it is possible to attach both. You can attach your salary account showing, this is my job, this is the money that I get from my job. However, this is a savings account that I have where I have been able to accumulate the funds that I need for this trip. You want to make sure that whenever you're making a visa application, whatever your position you choose, you are consistent in terms of whatever documents you're providing to support that position and whatever you say later on in your application or even when you attend a physical interview. So I hope that. Another thing is that you do not have when you do not have a convincing plan or itinerary, you are not convincing with regards to the reason why you want to visit that particular destination. It would be a red flag. You'd say, okay, I don't have a job, I want to go on vacation. Okay, what are you going to do, when you go there? And yet you don't have any plan. I just want to travel. They are not convinced, especially because when you say that, they're going to look at you, okay, what strong ties does this person have? They are not able to convince me that they do have, good intentions. And then, okay, let's even say I decide to give this person a visa. What strong ties do they have to their home country? So even when they go, they would come back home. Now, when your intention, the purpose of your trip is not clear or convincing, and also you do not have strong ties, it would be a reason why your visa application would be denied. Another reason is when you do not have strong ties, of course. Let's just say, if you do not have what are strong ties? Strong ties are those social or economic ties that you have to your home country or your country of residence that shows that you are connected to that place. So if you travel, they would be, be convinced that when you travel, you would return home to that thing. Now, an example of strong tie could be a family that you have. If your wife or your husband, you do have a family and children who live in your home country, and then you are going to come back to your family. You do have a job, because if you have a job and then a job that pays you well, they are going to look at it. Okay, they do have a life, they have this job, and they earn a decent, income, and so they would go back to that. Or if you have a business, you need to show that your business is a going concern and that you are actively in business and your business generates sufficient income to take care of you. Something that would make you return to your home country, something that you're connected to back home, that would make you return to your home country after you visit. So weak home ties, would be a reason why your visa application will be denied. That is a red flag. So you want to ensure that you establish that you have strong ties whenever you're applying for a visa application. You want to know ways that you can do that. There's a video. I'm going to include it in the description. You can go watch how you can establish that you have strong ties. Simple ways that you can establish that you have strong ties. Someone has petitioned to have you relocate to a country, and then you now go and try to apply for a visa, hoping to shorten that process. Your visa application will begin. That would be a red flag, because in the case you have a pending application, why are you coming for a visa? They will think that maybe you want to shorten that process, and your visa application will be denied. That is a red flag. Another reason, unfortunately, will be your country of origin. Yes, the countries that are not, economically developed, or maybe let's say that, politically they're unstable, because that countries like that will have more citizens wanting to leave their country and relocate to a developed country, in this case, for a better life. So a country of origin is a red flag. You will find that applicants from countries like that will be required to do more to establish that they do not have immigrant intent. So country of origin would be a red flag, and it would be a reason why you'll be scrutinized more than people from other countries that have, stable, political systems and also are economically developed. If you violate immigration laws in that country or any other country, it would be a red flag. If, let's say, you overstayed in a country, and when you violate immigration laws and policies, it would be a red flag, and it would be a reason why your visa application will be denied. Another thing is incomplete documents. Let's say you're required to provide certain documents and then you neglected to provide those documents. It would be a reason why your visa application will be denied. So I hope that this is informative, and then you would ensure that when you're making your visa application, you take into consideration all the red flags that I have mentioned here. Make sure that you're presenting a better case at every point in time, and you make sure just to ensure that your visa application is granted. So I wish you the best outcome. Have a good day.